Welcome aboard the 23-foot Reef Runner fishing boat, and let me tell you guys, I am very excited to be bringing you this walkthrough because it's unlike any other 23-foot center console I've seen at any of the boat shows. What is going on, guys? Ryan from Livin here. Welcome back to another episode here at the Palm Beach Boat Show 2023. Very excited to be here at the Reef Runner booth and be doing a walkthrough here of the 23-foot center consoles. And without further ado, let's start up in the bow of the boat over here. So like I said, this boat is like an all-out fishing boat, and the way that I like to think about it is it's almost like they took like a 32-foot all-out fishing boat with like stripped of a lot of the comfort amenities and shrunk it down to the 23-foot size, which is not something I've seen in any other boat manufacturer, which is why I really like this boat. So we're going to start up here. In the price included here for the boat show, there is a trolling motor. It's not here on the boat show, but putting trolling motors on the center consoles is very popular nowadays because it allows you to just go over and anchor on the spots without having to toss out the anchor. But that being said, talking about the anchor, of course, we still have an anchor well right over here. No windlass here on this boat, but you can see the slot for the anchor, the rope, and everything like that. So one thing you might notice up here in the bow is we're missing some seats. That's right, we don't have any folding seats over here. We have no molded seats. This is an all-out fishing boat, or at least the one that they have set up here at the boat show. And we will talk about that a little bit more because Reef Runner's boats are very, very customizable, and they're pretty much going to go to any limit to make you guys happy, which can vary the price of this boat tremendously. Right in front of me here, we have a fish hatch to open up, and this boat is a very huge fish hatch. You can see over here. You can load this down with ice, and frankly, I really never seen a fish hatch this big on a 23-foot center console like this. Very great to see that. And then hiding right behind me, we have a little bit of storage over here. So this is just not very deep, just doesn't go down very far. Perfect for just throwing some extra ropes or anything like that into this boat. We'll close this up with their unique hatch system, which comes really in handy in the back of the boat. We got some JL audio speakers over here, which is very nice. We have our forward-facing seat here, which is actually really comfortable. This upholstery quality is very good on this boat. And right underneath the seat, we just have a fill up for some fresh water right there. So like I said, if you look up here in the front of the boat, you have a lot of room to move around and do whatever. It's an all-out fishing boat here, so you're going to be casting around. There's no upholstery along the sides here, but I guarantee that is a feature that you can get on this boat. Cast over, you don't have to worry about standing on seats and tripping on things. This is a fishing boat, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, because it is a fishing boat, we got lots of pole holders. So we got 3 right up over here. We have a 4th right there. Same thing on the starboard side of the boat as well. Come around over here, we will take a look at the cabin, which the door is on the starboard side of the boat. We'll take a look up in here and we will climb on in because it's what we like to do for you guys here on Livin Salty. Coming on in here, and I am 5'10" and I can't stand up all the way straight. My head is a little bit bent on the ceiling here. But even though this is a little bit smaller of a cabin, talking to the people here at Reef Runner, they said they can put a head into the cabin over here. So if having a toilet is a requirement for you or your wife or your kids or anything like that on the boat, they can make it happen here on the 23-foot Reef Runner. In addition, inside the cabin over here, you also have your batteries right over here. Very convenient when you have to change them out. So we will hop out of the cabin, and it is still a 23-foot boat, so hopping in and out of cabins of boats this size is not always the easiest thing. While we're over here, we'll take a look. We have our 3-panel glass windshield over here very nicely, welded right onto the railings very seamlessly. Now maybe you're not a huge fan of the shiny raw aluminum look here of the T-top poles. That's perfectly okay. If we take a look at the little bit bigger of a Reef Runner they have over here, they call it their Raptor coating. It's almost, you gotta think about it like a truck bed liner coating, but like a little bit softer, not as rigid on your hands, so you don't have to worry about scraping up your hands on it or anything. But it gives you a little bit of grip when you're holding onto the railings, leaves a little bit of texture on there, doesn't give you the raw aluminum look finish, which we certainly don't mind. This is the finish that we have on our boat and works just fine for us, and frankly I think it looks great, just as well as the Raptor coating. So while we're over here at the helm station, we'll be going over everything they got. One thing I gotta talk to people at Reef Runner, but I'm sure they can do, they gotta have a spot for the phone. I'm not seeing a spot, a wireless charger or a little padding or anything like that. Like I said, this boat is fully customizable, and this one doesn't have it, but we need a spot for our phone, so I'll have to tell them at the front, we need a spot for our phone right up here, something like that. But it is a nice helm station to have over here. Like I said, all-out fishing boat. We got two huge simrads over here, beautiful. Have your sonar on one, have your charts on the other. All your buttons right nice and accessible over here. Mercury stuff, all that kind of good stuff over here. For the seating choice on this 23 Reef Runner, we have the bench style seat, which is my favorite style of seating. Like I said, it is pretty much like a no frills seating. There's no crazy bumps or paddings or armrest or anything. It is a pretty basic bench style seat. But if you're just out here to go fishing, maybe this isn't your top priority. But in addition, underneath the seat, we do have a little bit of storage. Not too much, but it is enough for you to throw your title, registration, all that kind of stuff right in here. Speaking of that kind of information, go back to the helm station on top of the T-top over here. Open this up. You can see they actually already have the VHF radio. I always talk that this is a great spot to have the VHF radio. Nobody ever has it in it already, but they have a nice Cobra VHF in there. Throw your title, registration, all that kind of stuff right in there. One thing that is an option, I was talking to the people here at Reef Runner, they did build a custom one of these for a customer who wanted a second tower, like a standing tower. So this would be removed over here. You could stand on top of here and have steering wheel controls and everything, Simrad right on top. That's called a standing tower. It's not on this boat, but it is an option, something they could do if that's what you like with the Reef Runner boats. Like I mentioned earlier with this boat, this is a fishing boat, so we have to have lots of pole holders. So we got 4 more pole holders right here. We look on top of the T-top, looks like we got 6 more, and 2 of them are out to the side. That way when you are trolling, you can have your lines going out to the side without you having to use outriggers or any of that kind of stuff. And we're gonna look along the port and starboard side of the boat over here. The starboard side of the boat, we have a rod holder over here, 2 more on the side over there, same thing on the port side of the boat. And while we're looking at the rod holders, we might as well look at all of them here. We have 5 more rod holders right here in the stern. Like I said, plenty of rod holders, and not something you're gonna get on every single 23-foot center console. Over here in the back of the helm seat, we have a very nice live well, and it's honestly one of my favorite features when they put the live well right over here behind the helm seat instead of anywhere else. I don't know, I just kind of like it over here. So you can see a nice big live well. It's actually a lot bigger than it looks, and that's what you're sacrificing with some room in the helm seat. This is a huge live well now that I look at it. Very, very impressive here on the 23-foot Reef Runner boats. So we got all this room to fish in this boat. We have all the room for the pole holders, but we need somewhere to actually store the fish when we catch them. So looking right under here on the port side of the boat, we have a fish well, and it looks like it's not the biggest fish well of them all, but we do have that ginormous one, if you guys remember, from the front of the boat, which is probably where you're gonna have a majority of your ice, majority of your fish and everything, but you still do have some extra room here for your smaller snappers and that kind of stuff. And we have the identical well on the starboard side of the boat as well. I'm looking over here in the stern of the boat. I always say in my boat walkthrough videos, you can tell the quality of a boat by looking at its bilge area. So we'll open up the bilge access right over here. This is one of many bilge access they actually have on this boat. We'll take a closer look in here just to show you how neat and organized everything is. So you have pumps over here, some more pumps. There's our bilge pump, nice and easy to access if you can see anything's wrong. Very important to clean out your bilge once in a while, because one of my favorite products to use of boat boxes is our bilge cleaner. We used our boat box bilge cleaner on our 26-foot 2003 center console, and it made a huge difference. It went from like completely dark in there, sludgy, nasty, and we used that, cleaned it up in there, and it became completely clean, free of sludge. And you want to get that sludge out of there because it's going to clog up your bilge pump. Bilge pumps stop working, and then once your bilge pump doesn't work, and then you're going to be taking out a little bit of water, it's not going to get out. You guys know where I'm going with this. So it's great to have a boat with really easy access. And if you guys don't have it already, make sure you go pick up some boat box bilge cleaner for yourself on joinboatbox.com. Make sure at checkout, use my code LIVINSALTY. I'll throw it up on the screen. You get 25% off all your orders. Make sure you go check that out. So we're gonna close up this first bilge access right here. just like so. Oops, there we go. And then we have some more access. Now, on our 26-foot center console, we have something very similar to this setup. And I was very afraid when I saw that this was their access, but they have this genius hatch here where it has a little lip here that holds on to the edge where you could just completely remove the door. On our boat, it has hinges, so it'll be like this. And then when you're sitting and trying to climb in, and by climbing in, I mean me having to climb into this area, I would have to be laying on top of here. It's kind of cracking the doors a little bit, but you have no other way to get in. This right here is genius. Absolutely love it. And then you could come right back in here, and everything in here is very neat, very clean. The finishing on this boat is very impressive. And like I said, you can access anything you need in here very easily. It's very easy to take off and put back on. So you just go like that, push it right on. We're gonna have another storage just like that on the side over here. One more over here as well. And in the lower starboard side of the boat over here, it looks like we have our freshwater washdown, which is great to have here on the 23-foot center console. So in the stern of the boat over here, we have a little fish well or a fish box or anything you really want to use it for. This is an insulated box here. You can throw some ice down, throw some drinks in here if you'd like. You can cut up some bait and throw some ice in there to keep them cool. You can use this as a pitch well, so you can clog up the drain over here. Throw some water and a couple live baits. That way you don't have to go into your main well all the time. Grab the baits, toss them out. Really, you can use this box whatever you want, and you have the same one on the port side of the boat as well. So this particular boat is powered by a Mercury 250. Max horsepower is 300, and the person I talked to here at Reef Runner, his boat particularly is set up with twin 150s. So if you do like the maneuverability and the reliability of having twins, it is an option with this 23-foot boat. So we're gonna hop off of the boat over here, show you guys the price of this boat. This particular boat, the way it is set up, Mercury 250, all the features and everything on it, and including the trolling motor and everything like that, boat show special, $132,000, which is a great price for this very unique 23-foot center console. Now I know what you guys are thinking. I know you're racing to the comments already. $132,000 for a 23-foot center console, that's outrageous. I've heard it all in my other walkthrough videos, I know. But let me tell you guys, like I've been saying, this boat is very customizable. So this particular one is pretty loaded. We have a nice Mercury 250 on it, big Simrads, we have a trolling motor and everything like that. The guy I talked to, Patrick here at Reef Runner, he said that you could kind of start around, you could be in the 80s if you want $80,000. You're going to be getting a really bare bones boat, you're going to be getting low horsepower and everything. Probably want to put a few more amenities in it than that. So you're looking at, for a basic boat, maybe closer to the $100,000 range, and you can really customize this as much as you want. He had a customer who was the customer who decided to do the second tower up on top, loaded up with expensive electronics and big horsepower, all the amenities you can want, and that boat was more up until the $180,000 range, which was a little bit high for this budget, but there are still 23-foot center consoles out there that aren't fully loaded here at the boat show that are going to be more than $200,000. So you have to kind of give and take what you want, what you're going to get, but these boats are very customizable. They're willing to work with their customers, give them what they want. That is going to wrap it up here for today's walkthrough of this beautiful 23-foot Reef Runner center console. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments down below. Is this too much of a fishing boat for you? Do you guys like a little bit more cushions, a little bit more comfort? Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you hit that like button. Definitely consider subscribing down below if you like this kind of content. If you guys are interested in this Reef Runner boat or any of the Reef Runner boats, I will put Patrick's information on screen. Patrick is the one that originally showed me around the Reef Runner boat. Super nice guy to work with. Definitely give him shoot him an email, give him a call, whatever you want to do if you are interested in Reef Runner boats. Thank you, Patrick, so much for showing me around this boat. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you check out this video over here on the left side of the screen. It's gonna be another Palm Beach boat show from this year. I really think you're gonna like that boat walkthrough as well. And until my next video, remember to keep living salty.